Go ahead, Katie.
I just think it might be the one and only time, because it will absolutely never happen again, that we actually agree with OJ Simpson on something.
I had a friend named Alan, and he owned a couple of properties up there. So Nicole and I, we went skiing up there, and I had been skiing for a number of years at this point. I was a pretty good skier. So I'm flying down this run. This lady is kind of turning from my left, and she comes all the way kind of across, and we crash. And we both go down, and stuff is all over the place.
And then he stabbed her to death. But anyway. Get out of my way, I'm OJ.
Why is he getting involved in his opinion with this?
Because this is what OJ does.
He comments on everything.
Oh, yeah. Of course, he's talking about the big court case with Gwyneth Paltrow, where in 2016, both are alleging that one ran into the other and the other one ran into the other on the ski slope. And this guy is suing Gwyneth Paltrow for, gosh, it started at something like
3 million.
Was it three?
I'm not sure. I thought it was 3 million. Then it went down to
like
300,000,
something like that. Yeah, and then Gwyneth Paltrow, is countersuing for $1 because she's just trying to clear her name. Like
he's probably doing that and went down like that, so he's just trying to get anything, right?
Whatever it is, he can get. Yeah.
In my opinion, though, if she was smart, she would countersue for $3 million too, to make him say, "Uh-oh, what am I getting myself into? I just want to stop."
Yeah.
Because if he has no recourse, where if he loses or against her and he has to lose $1, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think it sends a message to anybody that she's just like, I didn't do this.
Right.
You know, I just.
I don't care.
Is it worth the publicity though for her?
I don't
It's
know.
a lot of negative press about her. I've seen a lot of people like.
It does seem that way.
Yeah.
And I'm on her side for this. Well,
the
yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. The
Yeah.
like, get the camera off my client at a televised court hearing or trial. I don't
think
know.
she will win this case.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I do. I'm on her side on this, and so that's why I say, because when we first heard about the story, I said that's the risk you take when you put on a pair of skis and go up a mountain. Is that I understand anything could happen to me at any moment, even if I'm a good skier, which I'm not. But even if I was a good skier, somebody can run into you. Something can run out in front of you. There can be conditions you don't know about.
And I think in those circumstances that you're listing, yes, Katie. But if you purposely go up there and know you're an out of control skier and you go flying down the mountain, that is negligent.
Well, negligent, but did he, let's say, did he or Gwyneth Paltrow go up that mountain thinking that they were out of control skiers?
It would be knowing.
Right. So I think both of them are saying, no, we just lost control.
And that in that particular instance, and I didn't see it, I wouldn't think that it would be very hard to, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're completely out of control and knowing you're out of control and can be out of control and cause a danger, that would be negligence.
Well, and then this is a civil trial. My understanding is it's not like a criminal trial. Well, the threshold's much lower, and it's $300,000. And if she comes across as unlikable, I can see a jury saying, pay him.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
When you're unlikable, it hurts you, even if you have the facts on your side.
Yeah, that's true. And
Amber Heard was unlikable, and there's plenty of facts that Johnny Depp wasn't the greatest guy.
Yeah,
And
right.
like every attorney on his, like looking at just the case, like no way. Then when she testified, the jury, like, hey, I think even afterwards said we didn't like her
Which
at all.
is not fair.
No.
You know, because it's supposed to be based on facts and whether
you're right
you're
about that.
unlikable. And the fact that we all know that kind of thing happens makes it even more unfair.
I know.
Because then people go in and they're playing up to the fact, I just want everybody to like me, even though I murdered somebody, but I'm likable.
Right.
You know, that is not the way it should be.
Speaking of murder, OJ continues talking about this Gwyneth Paltrow case.
You know, your skiers over here, your goggles over here, and we kind of looked at each other. Are you all right? And she said, yeah, I'm all right. She asked me if I was all right, and we were pretty congenial, you know, as we got our stuff together, kind of chuckled about it. Watch out, you know, be careful.
I'm sure she chuckled when she realized she's hit OJ Simpson.
Fearful that she was going to get murdered.
Right.
Yeah.
So she leaves, and I think Nicole or Alan came up, and we talked a little bit. Then we take
Oh, pre-murder. Okay.
Because he's reminiscing about Nicole. And,
Well, I wouldn't bring that up either.
But
what a sociopath.
I would not bring that
He's talking about the wife he murdered.
Just in happier times.
Right.
It's not even funny.
No, it's just so outrageous.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't make this stuff up.
Right before we get to the bottom of the run, I could see this person on my right making this big sweeping turn, and I said, oh, there's no way this person is going to come in front of me, and bam, we hit again. Turns out
Same
it's
person.
the same girl.
Oh, man.
We weren't as congenial this time.
She had a knife in her bag.
It's like, man, you got to watch where you're going, she says to me. And I said, you can't just go across the whole run. You got to look kind of where you're going. I saw you, and you just kept coming. It's Deer Valley. But accidents happen skiing. I don't know how you could try to sue anybody for crashes on a ski slope. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, the person behind is the one that's supposed to be the one. So if you're below the person and that person has kind of the right of way, if you're coming from behind, it's your job to watch out for the people below.
Is that kind of like the same idea? Is that you're responsible if you rear end?
Yeah, kind of.
Or
Got it.
another analogy with sports, golf.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit a bad shot, you're supposed to scream out 4.
Right.
And that gives people like, oh, the ball could be coming my way. But I guess you could be negligent if like you hit the ball before you're supposed to.
Sure.
Or
yeah.
you know, so I can see that.
Yeah.
If you're not following the rules exactly.
Yeah.
But skiing seems just like a whole different thing.
Well, it is what Katie just said.
Because you can go out of control.
Well, if you can go out of control and you know you're going to you have a history, that can be the negligent. But I can totally see lawsuits from skiing if you know that you're on a place that you cannot control. Now, if there was no negligent and just the conditions caused the out of control situation, that's totally different. But if you're a bad skier and you know you're out of control, you know you shouldn't be there, and you know you could do damage and hurt somebody, and you're supposed to be in control enough to know people below you not to crash into them and stay a certain distance away.
I don't know how good of a skier he was, and I don't know how good of a skier Gwyneth is, but I assume if you're rich, you're good at it.
Right.
But
I do too.
Thought.
But sometimes with people, though, they go skiing for the first time and they have no idea what to expect. So they might just go down the slope for the first time and then realize, oh, crap, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's true.
That's when you start at the small little bunny slope and practice and stuff like that.
Coming from the least reckless person on the show, Jason Giver. I give you a compliment. The least reckless. No sarcasm.
It is a compliment. It is.
You're not risky. You don't take chances. You don't ever do anything
I'm not
risky.
taking chances. It's just,
I totally understand what you're saying. I get it.
In 1 second, Jason would take anybody up on a bet to ski the
most dangerous.
Yes, the triple, quadruple black diamond, drop you from a
ski
helicopter.
Yeah, of course. I told you. I brought my friend who's never skied before the very first time on a double black diamond.
Oh my gosh, it just sounds scary.
Seriously,
Yes.
a double black diamond?
Yes, just
I
for
thought
the
I was
music.
making it up.
No, he plowed through the slow sign, dragged it down the mountain. Security came up. I loved it. I'm not saying that I'm going to not be negligent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's the rules.
I'm just going to put people in position so they can.
And then I can say, you should sue.
If you want Jason to fall, just make a bet with him. I'll get to the bottom before you, and then he'll fall the way.
Oh, boy.